go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
He sounds like a Dutch guy doing a Scandinavian accent. Not quite both. Or not quite either, I mean. Wait.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Fuck am I not looting this for? Jesus.
Guillaume is his kid.
Run, Roach.
Not Danish. Danish is... sounds made up.
Come on,
Danish is not quite... In Blood and Wine you can undergo additional Witcher mutations. Hey, I'm getting spoiled, man. Soon you will run into a messenger who can deliver a very interesting letter.
Slow now. Whoa.
I wonder what the people here sound like for Witcher
Can't
contracts.
get used to the way you knights talk. Especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name and speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition. No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
New
Got
mobs.
guests. Careful.
New music. It's gotta be necrophages. Oh no! Oh my god, they're not drowners! Unblockable.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking. Anything interesting?
Alas, nothing. The gods protect her illustrious grace.
Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything. Look at the rut. Guardsmen left this site by boat, recently. Probably to transport the body somewhere.
Thank you, Apple Fibs, for the 21. It's a very pretty game. The previous areas were also dark and grim. Like there's no hope. But this place is vibrant, colorful. And everybody speaks like Karn. Although that might not be a plus point.
Silk kerchief. Monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Be nice to know where they took the corpse.
What now?
This isn't the site of the murder. We know that. Current brought the body here. Corpse got caught in the nets. Guardsmen pulled it out, put it in a boat and took it somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water.
Dick?
Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Hey, what the
Delacroix?
fuck?
It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I feared I would return
me
too
why
late
is
to
that for
fulfill my
35
duty.
months?
Yet
And
it
the answer
seems
is
I've
no,
arrived
dude.
in the nick of time. Such good fortune you found us. Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta,
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomrin's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
Killer from the north.
What? With no lights brave enough?
Of course we have, but bravery is not enough.
Oh! New contracts.
Two gold clerks looking for help. Could be good coin to be made.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pâté?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely
Took a lot of
why
men
we're
for the
here.
25.
For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again,
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Ninnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Russell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable!
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Russell now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
Sounds like the old man from the ancient legend.
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own tushes.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher codswallop.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
They say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger of the gods?
The Toussaintois are no fools. They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Picky monster. Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Ha! Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the palace gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
Calm down.
You asked for it.
No! Oh no 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 no! Not again! Oh no 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 no! Last time I got clobbered in the back of my head in one hit. Lost 5k.
Sounds like a fight. Have to hurry. must still be here. Killed with a single blow. In the cellar. Gotta be. Claw wounds. From 5 separate claws. Spread of a small human hand. Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart. River muck carried the body in this cart.
Yes.
Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs. Massacred by a vampire. Not an Ekimara, though, or a Fletter. Bruxa, gotta be. Footprints. Small, bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Fell down the
Vampire, huh? Ah, I only have the base level vampire
broke
oil.
his neck. Fell down the stairs, broke his neck. Hurled against the wall with great force. Took a lot of strength to batter this down.
I do have more anti-vampire stuff, that's right. I had some... One of these potions is it. Jesus. Black blood.
Used this to batter down the grate. You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong. I cannot let you leave.
Moving to mixer.
I think soon. All these fucking... These nude scenes, man. Jesus Christ. It's gonna be the end of me. She can't cover because of the black blood.
Killed all these men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though? Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several
Still
monster
moving
species
or
can
what?
regenerate. Never heard of that
Did you know
happening
that
to
you
their
could
severed
use
limbs,
Twitch
though?
Prime to subscribe
Or
to
their limbs
SingSing for
seeming
free and
completely
get
alive
access to
after so
cool
much
badges and
time.
emotes atop of
Examine
supporting
the
your
tissue more
favorite
closely
streamer?
later. Might learn something.
Thank you, on both for the 29, dudes.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
That's it, Roach.
It's gotta be a shortcut.
Hey, ya.
So far the fights in the expansions have been quite easy. People in my chat were saying I was gonna struggle with them and how they were really hard. But so far every single fight has been super easy, I think. Like, I don't think there was a like the hardest part was that one spider, it wasn't even the boss. Because I used Gwen? Yeah, forgive me for playing the game.
I need a fresh set of shoes for my gang. At your service, sir. The racing model
Over leveled? I'm under leveled if anything.
Ah, a professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate quality workmanship.
What have you got there?
Is that a warhammer? Dude. I think the money won't be a problem. A single sword sells for 400. I just need to find the places where they grow swords.
So long.
Thank Lieutenant Bounty for the 25. I have played the shit out of Civ 6. Couple hundred hours in it.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Palmerine, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
A tale's for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his
I'll be getting
valiant
Grandmaster
hand
gear,
to the
of course.
feet of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Much as we might not like it, virtue's got nothing to do with it. Victory goes to the stronger.
So, is there no point to being virtuous?
Not what I said.
Then what's needed to vanquish villains?
A sharp sword and some skill.
But what if there's lots of villains and they've sharp swords too? And
Just
lots
have
of
more skill and more swords.
That's where virtue starts to matter. As they say, the gods reward the virtuous after death.
Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Chat doesn't know entering. Blood and Wine patch also makes me an AF. You just need a lot of repair gear. BTW, good luck, have fun with DLC Master.
Oh, throughout my entire journey of The Witcher 3, they've been saying how the DLC is much harder. Things will two-shot you on Death March. And you're gonna struggle and die a lot on every boss fight.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar, with some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down.
So far, nothing stopped me so far except for gravity and some peasants.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped?
And almost riddle. And that one's really close. I have one death to gravity in the riddle. But not the riddle itself.
Monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's capture a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go.
Oh, I love arena fights. One of my favorite things in every game. But this is human versus captured weakened animal. That's not cool, man.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
Please tell me I get the fuck Vivian in this game.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Oh, what is that even? I thought it was a troll from behind, but this is something else. It's slowed down by some balls of steel. It's weakened.
Got a bad feeling about this.
And it still wins. What the fuck? It's an Autobahn.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
We have to help him.
Dry like a desert. All of them up there right now.
Gotta keep it down.
This side.
Looks like a magical nature. Maybe I can stop it. Stop it? I don't think it did shit. Okay, hitting the back is not a thing. The front? No. Oh, the front is fine. You guys set it on fire? Oh, Jesus. Oh! It scared him. We go. What the hell? Maybe mind control? It's so smart. It just shields up. Dragonelion for the 4 months. Alright. Maybe. Oh!
The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods. Soon the witches shall triumph against all odds.
Maybe if I stand far away, it does the holding attack. No! No, he's dying! My NPC! I have to go on offense. Move, you French cock! It's gotta be fire. It's not fire. Oh, is it Coin playing longsword? Get out of the way!
All if the monster's the victor, then naught shall have come of.
I must have better bombs for this. Oh! This gotta be it. Oh my god! He didn't give a fuck. No, no, I can't wait here. He's gonna die on the fucking battle, idiot. Come on, oh. No, the idiot. No, he's alive. F!
He has breathed his last breath. A fancy which but great unto death.
fucking nothing. Oh, yo, 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 yo. What do I usually do against shields? Oxy. Guess I got one hit if I use hides.
Like a bow who
That's the only opening I see, but he doesn't always use that attack. Take a spider web for the 15. So that one guy that was with me, he's just gonna get up, right? Right?
The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast.
The knight. He's gonna get up any second now.
Forgive me. I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help.
He's fine. Alright. This guy, maybe not so fine.
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly, honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss
That's not Russian.
Naturally.
The accent. Something
but not
else.
here.
It's also not French.
We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. but wherever could he be? Come,
Maybe
we
Spanish?
must find
Yeah,
him.
I think Spanish or Italian or so. Her voice actress is Tisaya de Vries in the Netflix show. Oh, okay.
Tell us,
That's pretty
have you
cool.
come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time,
turn off
we would
submodes
make
for this. I
certain
kinda
he sat
like,
in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he
reading
was
about
broken on the wheel,
random
then
things.
drawn, hanged, and quartered.
Just let it go free.
Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something, need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about
textures.
You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Yes.
Yes, Your Grace. The law of surprise. Time-honored.
We shall becant it. The surprises we encounter on a daily basis would be of no value to one such as you. What awaits at the palace are edicts to sign and portraits of suitors from far-off lands. I fear you would find little use for either. Thus we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard.
I'm rich!
Corvo Bianco. And a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. on his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient.
That's us.
We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Like
honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the Hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The Hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace.
It's like I know Londo, man.
Horses? Ready our horses! Your Grace!
Looking at the ass. Oh, he loves it. Oh no!
What the hell? Why I should...
Hard not to love.
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward! Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
He wanted to sniff it, man. Just once. Every time a DLC shows up like this,
Grace seems right at home inside.
the game is trying to remind me of some woman that starts with a T. I don't know, man. I barely remember last night or 20 minutes ago. Paona? Or the Tessa? I think it was Tessa. Drink a J baby for the 2 months.
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the Hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules. On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
The detail on her corset, man.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs round over there, look. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Okay, I go.
Banquets and wine are rather suited for pleasant work.
If one were to call a state courageous or coward,
How do I muster the strength
of the state would one have in mind?
The other one is closer. There is a unicorn.
This is no true unicorn.
What the fuck is this?
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Oxy.
Who's that?
Use your Witcher senses to find a treat for the unicorn.
I know it's not real, but it's
Roach won't eat bread either, except if it's stale. Roach likes carrots. Maybe unicorn will too.
Ropes round their necks.
This is an outrage! An outrage, I tell you!
It's against the rules.
Damn it.
Man! Wait, no. Wait. Please. Just... Alright.
What would you say to a delicious, crunchy carrot? Easy. Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Oh man.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
The light is positively useless.
Not the places! Did someone just dive in the water? Perhaps that's the way to do it. Look!
Scandalous! It is not allowed!
Goldfish! Candy. Coffee. Candy. Did I fail? No, I found the thing. Bruh. Bruh.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly course doth trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Why, you bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful!
Free bow too! Would have been faster to swim.
The light is positively useless.
I don't know if this is gonna be on YouTube, man. Yeah, ask Mr. Claritas. But all the Vods are gonna be on Twitch at least.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules.
Me or rules?
Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours.
What is this one? Like a J-Baby
Who wrote this
1008
drivel?
for the
Begin
2?
like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese.
Ah, fuck, dude. No, dude. What is this? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese. I think it is number 5.
Too cryptic, this riddle. Got no idea what it's talking about.
Then be silent and let me think. Look, if we take groan, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads
What the
hard
fuck?
cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door
What the
that
fuck?
locks, and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
I knew the answer. I just wanted to know if she knew.
Wait here.
Is that even considered a riddle anymore? Fuck, what? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, what the butch?
What was that?
That sword looks so fucking sexy.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you
0.
cut down?
The conversation is not about me.
Not here to talk about me.
Yet that is exactly what we are doing. So, did they send you after me? Who are they?
What do you mean, they? Duchess hired me. You've been murdering her subjects.
Is it as simple as that? I would ask you to convey to the Duchess that I'd but one victim left, but you'll not get the chance.
Jesus. Stop! I need to repair my weapon. Relax. Oh! What? He just hit me through my iframes! What? Scripted?
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate!
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand. Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Seem pretty damn sure of that.
I am, because I know him very well. Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine, which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent, one they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
How are these vampires balanced? What the fuck?
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same.
We're not?
Where is the beast?
Yeah,
still investigating.
seemingly so.
About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
My HP.
We must allow the Witcher to ply his trade. Good Geralt, hail!
I can't call my horse if they can. Nope, I just had to attack once. That's a strange bug I've noticed several times now. You can't do actions until you
faster.
Kinda reset by attacking once randomly.
Keep calm. Start no problem.
That's it, Roach.
I love this expansion.
Thank you, Sindar Gaming, for the 12 months, dude.
Have fun, Singu.
Sir, a letter for you, sir.
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Stamp says postage paid, so get lost.
See what it says here? Postage paid. Won't weasel any coin out of me. Now scram.
I knew I should have wiped dirt on that stamp. Bumbotch!
My dear Geralt.
I hope all is well. I imagine you hot on the trail of some nasty monster. Or is it an overly complex curse this time? Oh, Geralt, I wish I knew for certain. Whatever is keeping you busy, perhaps you'll need a break.
It was 10 of her.
For those moments, I offer you this intriguing little mystery I happened on in an old manuscript I bought off a merchant from Nazaire. The tome's author claims a certain Professor Moreau once called Beauclair home, and this professor conducted research into Witcher mutations. I don't know much else, but I suspect that alone might pique your interest. The tome mentioned a journal interred with the scholar when he passed. It could very well lead you to his laboratory. I'm enclosing a map I found folded in the tome. It's smudged in a few places, but I hope it proves useful anyway. Please be careful and come back to me quickly. Your Triss.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Well, the murders can wait.
Fair folk, it's recommended you stay in your homes after dark.
Dude, what the fuck? I arrived here like 30 minutes ago. How is it already taking up like half my fucking quest log? Jesus. Level 46? Fucking hell. No place like home. Ay, 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 ay.
I've had a deep think. Time for a drink.
Thank you, Ravis, for the 32 months, dude.
That's longer than my longest relationship, which was 0 months. Feels bad, man.
One false move and you will regret it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a leak real quick. Be right back. I am black.
My eyes were not deceived. Yet so far south. You, sir, of all folk in all your fame.
Mm-hmm. Me. South in all my fame.
Ah, I've heard so much. Why, when Master Dandelion tarried in Beauclair, not a day passed without him baying out a ballad in admiration of your deeds.
Yeah. Unwelcome little habit of his. But, what can I do for you?
Ah, you see, my betrothed, Francois Le Goff, vowed in my honor to bring me the head of the horrid beast they call Gretore.
Couldn't have gotten you a bouquet, some sweets in a bag?
Witcher, sir, you jest. A love most true demands proof through heroic deeds dedicated to the heart's captor. But alas, Francois has been gone a fortnight. Thus I must plead with you to see what's become of him. Could you? Would you?
First, my reward.
Rarely my wont to turn down a damsel in distress. Even less so when there's a prize involved.
Ah, Naturally. Why, you, sir, are no knight-errant, but a guildsman, an expert. How much would you need?
410.
Master, forgive me, but you ask much too much. A few crowns less, master. A fistful. I beg you so. A few crowns
Stingy
less,
ass
master.
woman.
A fistful. I beg you so.
Yeah. I thought this person was so...
Yes. That's
so
amount I am
important to
prepared
her.
pay.
This Grottore. Know anything else about it, mademoiselle? Judging by the name, guessing it lives in a cave.
Yes. From which it prowls when hungry. By night, when all are asleep, it creeps into villages. Then, of a sudden, breaks open shutters, reaches inside and snatches babes from their cradles so quickly they've not the time to yelp.
Nocturnal. Long prehensile arms. Intelligent.
Francois claimed he would cut the filth down in a snap. But he's been gone so long. Will you help, sir? I cannot sleep. I fear this worrying will be the death of me.
Do my damnedest to get your fiancé back safe and sound. Just, mind telling me where to look for him?
I forget you come from afar and do not know our land. They say Grottore has its lair in the caves at the foot of the Gorgon Hills.
That close to the city? Telling me no bold souls have ventured out to defeat the beast?
Quite the contrary. Plenty have, but none's returned. My concern is well founded.
I see. All right. High time I set off.
Jesus. Level 45? Aye, man. New DLC, new music. Oh, sounds pretty nice too.
What will it
Me like. What the fuck is this?
Witcher, please, sir, find that beast.
What? What's going on?
Pretty crap idea sleeping at the clogs. Unless you don't mind some clever little beast making off with your coin pouch.
The notice, is that it? Are you a witcher, master?
I am. Don't think I've seen your notice, though.
Not to fret. I shall tell you, and perhaps you'd care to help. Not free of charge, naturally. The din at the city cemetery. That's my grief. Screaming and clattering fill the air at night. A man can't get a lick of sleep. It all began on the day of Saint Zoltan's remembrance. I recall it precisely. I took the matter up with the ducal guard. They claim they found nothing, but I'm not sure they even bothered to look. What's left for me to do? Should I sniff about the cemetery myself?
The noises, they pretty regular?
Each night. I live next door. I hear it loud and clear, as if through a horn someone had stuck in my ear. Ah! Hawk! Ooh! Firk! And then whack! Thud! As if a mother bear slammed pate first into a cupboard.
Know exactly what you mean. How much will I get for this?
How much would you like?
Yes! Max! 71 point.
What?
What?
Much too much.
What?
Agreed.
Fine, I'll tend to it. Any victims? Someone go missing recently? Or are we just talking noises?
No one's come to harm, thank the gods. Why? Do you think it might be a monster?
Could be, but doesn't need to, though. Might also be grave robbers, tramps. Remains to be seen.
I can't rightly say what would be worse. Whatever the case, Godspeed, Master.
Investigate the noises coming from the cemetery. Okay, me go. Oh, the cemetery is right there. And miss secret slaughtering new old liquids? I don't care, man.
The dead.
It's good for them, though. Wait, no. That was not even a secret anymore.
Can't hear anything.
He's in OG. Oh. Feels bad, man.
Cheap shenanigans. I can't see a thing through these cataracts.
Damn it. More fighting. Noises coming from the catacombs, it seems.
That's not fighting.
So, noises coming from here. Not a soul. Strange. Doesn't look anything like a grave hag's lair either. Louis de Corentin. Died on the day of St. Zoetham's remembrance. Noises started right around then. Pretty fresh. Funeral wasn't too long ago. Gold. Can't be grave robbers. None worth their salt would have left this. Here lies Margot de Corentin. Smashed, as if someone threw it against the wall. No sign of monsters or grave robbers. Bit of a mess, that's all. Maybe this isn't the spot after all. Strange. Noise is clearly coming from that tomb. Impossible.
What the fuck?
Something's not right. Need to hide, see how things play out.
You'd rather lie about all day, flipping those cards like some dwarf. Disgusting.
Indeed. Far better to stand at the door of Lepioda's temple, mumbling prayers from dawn till dusk.
Ingrate, I prayed for you, that you would cast off the yoke of gambling.
Fine job you did of it. Seems the gods had also heard enough of your cackling. And you? Why are you here? This is a private conversation.
Mind keeping it down? Neighbors are complaining.
Neighbors? Everyone here is dead.
I know not your name, but you must help me. I refuse to spend eternity at the